my name is Jake, and welcome to the DLS hosted PBX version 5.4 training video. Today, we're going to be covering some of the changes and additions introduced in version 5.4 of our hosted PBX. As a reminder, a full list of changes made in our latest release is available by visiting Support, Changelog. This presentation will include changes to call parking, call recording, call routing, faxing, reporting, and SMS. Also covered in this presentation is the newly added support for printers, enhancements to the white labeling feature, and newly supported handsets and soft phones. Parking lots can now be configured to use on-hold music specific to that parking lot. To configure music on hold for a specific parking lot, simply visit System, Parking. Select the parking lot you would like to edit, select the music on hold you'd like to use, and select Save. Call recordings can now be filtered by user groups. To use this new feature, navigate to Apps, Call Recordings, and select a user group whose recordings you'd like to view. We have also improved the Dial Outbound routing step, as well as adding two additional routing steps, Set Outbound Caller ID and Set Calling User's Preference. To use these new steps, navigate to System, Call Routing, and the context of your choice. Under the routing option you would like to add the step to, click Add. Here, you will notice the Dial Outbound step has had several new options added. One of the options is the ability to dial outbound to the matched extension pattern. In this example, any user dialing a 10-digit number beginning with 847 will dial outbound to that number using a specified caller ID. This caller ID can be a system phone number, an anonymous caller ID, or automatic. If automatic is chosen, the caller ID will be determined by the first true condition from one of the following. If a Set Outbound Caller ID routing step has been called prior to this step, the caller ID specified in that step will be used. Next, if the caller is a PBX user, then their caller ID will be used. If that user has chosen to block their caller ID, that setting will be respected. Lastly, the default caller ID from System Basic will be used. It may be necessary to strip off digits from the beginning or end of a phone number before dialing outbound, such as when a dialing prefix is used. In this case, we can strip off the prefix 9 from the remaining 10 digits by selecting the end to strip from, in this case, the first digits, and the number of digits to strip, in this case, 1. As previously mentioned, we have also added a new routing step, Set Outbound Caller ID, that will set the caller ID to the specified number for the current call. We have also added another routing step, Set Calling User's Preference, that can be used to configure a user's outbound caller ID setting. New in 5.4 is support for Fax Templates. Fax Templates can be configured by visiting Users, Fax Templates. From here, a new fax template can be added by selecting Add, filling out the relevant information for your template, and then selecting Add again. Once your template has been created, it can be viewed by selecting the row the template resides in. A preview of your template can be viewed by selecting Preview. To use this template, navigate to Apps, Fax. From here, you can select the template that you would like to use. A user can also select a default template to use. This is useful for when a user would like to use the template for a fax sent via email. To select a default fax template, navigate to the User's Preferences page, Fax Options, Default Fax Template. Select the default template to use and save the user. In 5.4, reports can be exported to a variety of file formats, including PDF and Excel. Reports can also be printed to a supported printer or shared via email. To use this feature, simply run a report. From here, select Export, the method you would like to use to export, in this case download, to Word, and submit. In 5.4, an option has been added to strip email signatures from emails sent as SMS. Additionally, SMS sent to a primary extension will now be forwarded to all SMS-capable mirrors of that extension. Also, a link to view the SMS conversation in the browser will be provided when receiving an email SMS notification. In the browser SMS application, contacts are now mapped to phone numbers and extensions. Lastly, toll-free numbers can now be enabled for SMS. The option to strip email signatures can be enabled in the user's preferences under Attempt to Strip Email Signature. When enabled, the server will attempt to strip an email signature from the email's body before sending as an SMS message, regardless of whether this option is enabled or disabled. The end of the email sent as SMS can be delineated with #end. Let us take a quick look at an example of this. As a reminder, an SMS message can be sent from any users that have email to SMS enabled by providing the phone number or extension to be sent to at the fully qualified domain name prefixed with SMS dot. Normally, SMS messages sent in this fashion will include the email signature with the text. With email stripping enabled, only the top 2 lines of text would be sent with the message. Additionally, including #end anywhere in the body will end the message at that location. For example, putting end here will result in a message including the text, "Hello, this is some text." As mentioned before, when receiving an SMS message via email, a link to view that conversation in the browser is included in the email. Conversations with existing contacts have their names automatically mapped. To add a new contact, select Add New Recipient, add the phone number you wish to add to contacts, as well as a contact's name, and select Save. Also new in 5.4 is the addition of support for printers. This support allows for a number of functions, including the scheduling of reports to printers and the copying of inbound and outbound faxes or fax confirmations to a printer. To add a new printer, start by navigating to System, Printers. Currently, only Google Cloud printers are supported for use with this feature. For information on configuring printers with your Google account, read Google's support documentation included in the page's description. A Google Cloud Ready printer is not required in order to add such a printer to a Google account. To add a Google Cloud printer to the system, select Add Printer, Google Cloud Printer. You will be prompted to log in using your credentials. Once permission to access your Google Cloud printer has been granted, you can optionally rename your printer as well as provide a description. Select the option Select Printer to add the printer to the system. To schedule a report to a printer, select Reports, Scheduling. You can then configure your report settings, including the printer to print to. Fax failure notifications and confirmations can be configured in Users, Fax. From here, you can select a printer to print failure or confirmation notices upon a fax being sent. In Users Preferences, a user can decide to copy their inbound or outbound faxes to a printer. For inbound faxes, this can be useful, especially when the user does not have a fax machine. White labeling has been overhauled in version 5.4 of our PBX. SMS and fax domains, as well as company information displayed in the user interface, can now be customized. Additionally, emails sent via the PBX are now in standardized HTML format that can contain customized white labeled information such as the email's header logo. Tenant white labeling has also been introduced, allowing for tenants to white label certain settings such as the company information and domain names. To edit the system's white labeling settings, select System, White Label. Then, select the profile you wish to edit. To edit the default settings, select Default. To edit the settings, scroll to the bottom and select Edit. Here, information such as the PBX title, header and email logo images, operator panel images, company information, domain names, and more can be customized and configured. Here, we can see an SMS via email that has a header logo that has been customized. Also included in this update is support for new handsets, including the Cisco SBA 8000 and Yealink T42S, the BRIA 5 soft phone, as well as support for Queue Agent BLF monitoring. Queue Agent monitoring via BLF can be configured in Apps, Contacts. From here, agents can be assigned to BLF keys on a user's handset. Agents that are currently available on at least one of their queues will be shown as available. Agents that are paused in or are logged out of all of their queues, or if they are currently on a phone call, will be shown as busy or unavailable. This concludes our latest video covering DLS's PBX version 5.4 release. We really want to thank all of our customers for all of their outstanding feedback and feature suggestions. For questions or comments, or if you'd like to submit your own suggestion, please contact DLS. Thank you and have a great day.